The celebration on at Casey Stadium in Albany, New York. The Albany Great Danes. Well, they had never raised the America East Championship trophy before, but it looked like they were pretty experienced at it. That was a pretty good celebration, a pretty good way to celebrate with their fans here in their home field as they knock off Hartford by a final score of 1-0. Eric Fried, Sean Mecke wrapping it all up. Let's take you through these highlights, Sean, because Albany had 19 shots, Hartford 2 shots total on goal. Were it not for the play of Jimmy Slayton in goal, this would not have been a 1-0 game decided by a penalty kick with 1 minute to go.
A tremendous team defending day for Hartford, but Slayton was certainly the star alongside with Morrison. And Mike Barry contributing as well with a clearance off the goal line with his head. I mean, this is a performance for the ages for Slayton, but that just goes to show how dominant Albany was throughout the game.
There's the play by Barry, and Albany just kept the pressure going, and with just over a minute to play, their striker, Afonso Pinheiro, put the pressure on, and there was a penalty called in the box.
This is a great player making something out of nothing. That little chip over Andre Morrison to get wrong side of him, and it sets him up for this, the game winner from the penalty spot.
12th goal of the season for the junior from Brazil. An impressive performance by Albany as they kept that pressure on. They got the one goal in the end on a penalty kick as it's a 1-0 final as they are the America East champions. We're joined now by the head coach of the America East champion Albany Great Danes, Trevor Gorman. Trevor, congratulations. That sounds pretty good, right?
We can get used to hearing that, absolutely, guys.
What was the secret today? Because when you take a look at the numbers, the shots 19-2, it just seemed like you kept knocking and knocking and knocking and finally kicked the door in.
Yeah, we left it late. we certainly would have liked to have scored a few earlier on, but we just felt like we had to keep going. That was the message. We knew we could create chances. We knew Hartford would be stubborn, difficult to break down, and we just couldn't get away from what was working for us. We had to keep going with it, and really proud of them for doing that right to the end.
And you talk about your go-to guys up front, and Afonso kept working and gets rewarded. Take us through that last couple of minutes of play as you guys kept pushing forward.
Well, that's exactly what the goal was. It was just Afonso's work rate. He got in the channel, then he got the wrong side of the defender. He just outworked the keeper to the ball, and he made something out of nothing. And that's what good forwards do. That's what hungry players do. And you just felt like he and really all the guys weren't going to be denied today.
And now you look forward. You'll celebrate this, don't get me wrong, but now you're turning and your attention now goes to the NCAA tournament. What are your thoughts as you represent the America East Conference? But you won't be the only America East school, I would think, in the NCAA tournament.
No, this conference is one of the best conferences in the country this year. The numbers bear it out. The wins bear it out. The third-rated conference, and so that's even more reason to be proud to be the champion of it. But we won't be the only ones in it, and the RPI looks good for the entire conference and for us, so we'll wait and see who we play tomorrow, and whoever it is, we'll be ready for them whenever the game's played.
Best of luck in the NCAA tournament, Trevor.
Great, thank you, guys.
Joined now by the most outstanding player of this championship, Bernardo Matos, proudly wearing the Brazilian flag as you celebrate with your teammates here today. What does it mean to you and this program to win the first ever America East Championship in school history?
It means a lot. I came here my freshman year dreaming of making history, and today we were able to make this outstanding happen.
Well, Bernardo, from your standpoint, seeing a lot of the game play out in front of you, what was your sense of urgency coming down the end of the stretch there? Long periods of the game unable to break down Hartford. Were you confident that in the end you guys would find the game winner?
Yeah, always trusting my teammates. I know we would be able to find a goal at the end, or even if we went to PKs, I was trusting my teammates all the time. I have faith on my goalkeeper, faith on my PK taker, so I never doubt my team.
And there's no reason to, because you're a champion today in America East. Congratulations. Best of luck in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bernardo Matos from Brazil, the senior, the most outstanding player of the tournament, as the Albany Great Danes celebrate a championship here at Casey Stadium. 1-0 the final over the Hartford Hawks. It's on to the NCAA tournament for Albany.